Oh, you're already rolling.
No. Oh, that's all our secret private stuff at the start. Hello and welcome to Won't Be Forgetting That, podcast talking about all of the most awkward and embarrassing moments people have had whilst working in the arts and entertainment industry. I'm your podcast host, Seb Muirhead, and today we have a guest. They are an actor and a master of death scenes and hot sauce, Jet Tranter.
Hello, evil laugh.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Insert
Thank you for
the evil laugh here.
clarifying what kind of laugh that was as well. I was worried. Well, I mean, first of all, we can't really get past that title or that introduction without asking about the hot sauces. So for anyone that's not in the room, which is everyone apart from ourselves, Jet has come prepared with some homemade hot sauces, which we may or may not be trying on microphone at the end.
Oh, you've got to try it. I think there's a bit of an exchange here. You know, you obviously enjoy asking embarrassing questions.
Yes,
and
no.
For every question that you
Every
ask
question.
me,
Oh, fuck.
you're going to have some hot sauce. Oh, I nearly just took out the mic.
Punch over the microphone as well.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, perfect. If you really don't want to do it, you can just say you don't have to destroy my equipment. You're more than welcome to just
and
leave it.
if you don't want to do the hot sauce, you can just say it as well,
Jet.
but everyone's going to know about it.
I was just trying to build up the tension. I'm quite excited to try them. If I do get really scared towards the end of the podcast or at any point in the podcast as well, please do know it is because of the hot sauces. And maybe because of Jet as well. I'm not quite sure where I'm sitting on either one of them just now. But I'm very excited to try them. And it's because you have your own little show as well, right? Which you force feed people hot sauces because you like to bully them.
Well,
that's the idea, right?
Well, yeah, I just kind of got bored during COVID. And then, so just before COVID, I had my first lead role in a feature film and things were looking really good. I thought, oh, yes, I finally made it. And then COVID happened. Everything shut down. I was on, I was on the list to do two more films, more feature films, Rainfall. It was going to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
And then that kind of fell through after COVID. We lost funding, so I was just kind of sitting there going, what can I do with myself? Everybody's forgotten about me now.
Yeah.
And what do I love? I said...
Inflicting pain upon other people.
I love hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, I got a little bit confused.
I love sharing my passion for food.
Yes.
And also, I loved hot sauce so much I was spending a lot of money on it.
Oh.
So I thought, how can I get sponsorship where I don't have to buy $20, $30, $40 bottles of hot sauce?
And they're small bottles as well.
They are small bottles, like 100ml bottles usually. So I ended up getting some sponsorship and told these companies that I was doing a show about hot sauce. And now I have a cupboard full of hundreds and hundreds of free hot sauce that I can't even get rid of.
Yeah, no, great. That's lovely.
So the show's called Red Hot Showdown, and I just kind of invited some friends and influencers on the show, 2 at a time, interviewed them while they were eating increasingly hot food.
Yes, nice. I think that's a very popular format in the interview style nowadays as well.
Yeah. Very similar to the concept of Hot Ones, but with 2 people.
2 people instead of 1. And
double the fun.
Yeah, and homemade hot sauces as well, which are
I
feel like a real wild card.
Yeah. So we shot 5 episodes of that.
Fuck yeah.
In one day. It was a really intense day.
You did. So do you do it with them as well? Do you take the hot sauces or are you just
No,
forcing?
I decided not to after the first episode.
I was going to say, because that would be fucked.
I thought, I got to do 5 episodes a day and I don't know if I can actually sustain this.
No.
So the first episode we shot was a bit of a flop because I was kind of dabbling in whether I should or whether I shouldn't.
Yep.
And my nose started getting runny, so it was affecting audio and all that sort of stuff. And it's not really about me reacting to the hot sauce. I can eat hot, but I will still, get
You're still
snotty.
human.
Yeah, exactly. I can eat really hot, but it will still affect my stomach and everything.
Yeah, the next few days afterwards wouldn't be fun, I would imagine, if you had to do 5 episodes in one day whilst consistently eating very hot sauces.
Exactly. So after that, I decided to just...
Punish your guests?
make it about the guests. Make it about their experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you can guide them through it. I mean, you know what it's like. You've had hot sauces before.
Yeah, it was a fun day. So the next part of that would be producing this show again, a season 2, but with my very own hot sauces,
yeah.
which I have brought for you to try.
Yes.
And as you can see, because I'm passionate about martial arts, I've given them some martial arts names.
Well, I was going to say I do recognise, so I will take a little photo of these afterwards as well, but I do recognise pretty much all of the names as well from previous works.
Yeah.
And you have your own movie in there as well. Lady Bloodfight.
Yeah, and that is the hottest one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's awful. I hate that.
That's killer, that one. So we've got Ong Bak Barbecue. It's a Thai-inspired barbecue sauce. That's why I chose Ong Bak.
Oh, my God.
From that movie.
What a film. Tony Jaa, absolute legend.
Black Dynamite. Guess what the secret
Michael Jai
ingredient
White.
in that?
Dynamite.
And black olives.
Oh, there you go. Black olives makes sense. Yeah.
And then we've got Kung Fu Truffle, which is
very yellow.
It's got confit garlic in it.
Oh.
And miso and a dash of the Lady Bloodfight.
Oh, does it? Okay. And then we have, yes, of course, neon
the
orange
Bloodfight
Lady
is actually the mother of all these hot sauces, because all these hot sauces have just a dash and increasingly more.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that's how hot the Lady Bloodfight is.
Oh, God. All right. Sorry. I am excited by this as well. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so negative coming into the podcast. On that note as well, I do usually like to start the podcast with compliments, because I do bring on all these wonderful performers on here and then essentially get them to talk about their worst moments in their career, which I never want to come across as anybody on this show as anything bad or anything negative or anyone that's not talented, because everyone that's on here is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the fucking show. So I did want to start off with a little bit of a compliment as well. We did touch on it earlier, but I don't even know when it was. A couple of years back, probably. I went to go and see your feature film debut in cinemas, Occupation Rainfall.
Oh,
fucking
did you?
loved it. I think
Did
that
you?
was exactly, yeah, genuinely. I think it was one of those things where it's something that Australia needs a lot more of, is sort of your mid-budget, like action sci-fi style films. And you guys hit the nail on the head so well with it.
They did a great job.
And it's insane that it hasn't spawned more films like that, or even had the follow-up films as well. Because
the director got busy, and he's just been banging out so many feature films ever since then.
Yeah, I believe he just finished Primitive War. Is that correct? Yeah.
I made a cameo in one of his other features. I think it was They Come From Below or something like that.
Yes, that sounds familiar, huh?
Yeah.
I know what the poster looks like. I can't remember the name of anything else about it.
Might have got that title wrong.
Yes, but I know the one you're talking about, and we will check it as well. Not the lead, so you don't need to remember it. But yes, Luke Spark, right? It's a very talented director.
Yep, he is. He's got a lot of motivation. Yeah, he's very inspiring.
Yeah, but yeah, I fucking loved it. That was such a good film, and it was such a shame that it didn't seem to kick off a bit more of a trend in mid-budget Australian films.
It had potential, but I think it could have, like, you know, I could have run with the ball with, like, we could have all run with the ball with that one until COVID happened, and there was all those restrictions, the loss of funding.
Yeah,
and,
well, funding's a big one as well.
Yeah, just lost momentum with the whole thing.
Yeah, momentum's massive, and I don't know.
And now here I am, a washed-up actor / hot sauce maker.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on the show. I do appreciate it. Probably the only way I can get you on the show as well in one of your quieter times. But yes, I just wanted to start off the show with saying how talented you are.
Oh, thank you.
I have seen you, of course, in other things as well. I think we met on a sports bet commercial.
We met on a commercial.
Yes.
And then we
great work
reconnected
on that
at the stunt play at the
we
stunt
did,
training.
yes.
Yeah,
one of the stunt schools that I go to, Stunt City, fantastic
when I
place.
was going through a midlife crisis, saying maybe I should get back into stunts, and
that's why I'm a stunt performer as well.
And that was a bad idea because I couldn't move my neck after that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that's nothing that you've been doing wrong as well. That's literally just stunts. It'll take its toll, mentally and physically. But yes, I haven't had the privilege to see Lady Bloodfight yet as well, but I did see you in Tidelands.
Yeah.
Yes, is that what it's called? Yeah,
Tidelands,
so,
yeah.
You say washed up? I don't know. You seem like you've done quite a lot of stuff, mate.
I have done a fair bit of stuff.
Yeah.
If I look at my credits, my resume and everything, I
Yeah.
did have a good run. But it's just been so quiet for the last few years. So now I'm just kind of fiddling my thumbs going, okay, what should I do next?
Yeah.
And it's just been mostly commercials. And a few months ago, I just put a stop to it and just said to my agent, I'm not doing commercials anymore, and I'm not auditioning anymore.
Yeah.
I want to be an actor. I got into this to be an actor. I'm passionate about acting, not not being in a commercial. Even though it's like most of it was my bread and butter. I mean, sports bet's still paying me to this day.
Yeah, it's insane, right?
Oh, that was probably the best job I ever had.
Me too. Genuinely. It continues to keep going. Plus, I met our stunt coordinator on there, Chris Weir, who is what got me into stunts.
Oh, awesome.
Like, genuinely, at the end of the day, I had a chat with him and he pointed me in all the right directions. And that's, I think, the only reason I am in stunts to this day. So that job was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm
and
glad
it was like
I did it.
1 day shoot as well.
I know. And do you know what? I almost said no to it.
Really?
Yeah, because I have some trauma around people that love gambling.
Yeah,
I didn't want to support it. But then Ryan was like, my agent was like, oh, this is how much they're paying.
Yeah,
like,
I know that's the problem, isn't it?
Okay, bye-bye ethics.
Yeah, we all have our price, unfortunately.
Can't be perfect, but I can do really good things with that money.
Exactly, right? And you know what? Like, there's worse things to promote.
Yeah, I sponsor a lot of charities, you know, and I need to also feed myself. So,
well, yeah, funnily enough, we need to pay rent and mortgage and pay our own bills, and that can't just be done in exposure for short films. So sometimes we need to take those jobs.
Exactly. I can't be too choosy when work doesn't come around that often.
Yes. That's Australia, unfortunately. I will kind of segue into the podcast a little bit with that as well. Now, I don't know what you have planned with these hot sauces. Are you wanting us to do them all at the end? Or are you wanting me to ask questions whilst we're having them as well?
Oh, how about if I start feeling a bit embarrassed, I'm going to ask you to take a hit.
Are we taking the hit together, or is it just me? Because I'm a little bit scared.
I've been taking hits all day. I made this fresh today.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that, so maybe you're just doing some of your acting to me and lying.
No, I got photos.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got
must be true.
Evidence.
Yeah, I'm just going to adjust your microphone ever so slightly. Please.
That's all right.
Keep talking though. Yeah, perfect. There we go.
So I planned to make it yesterday, but I put my back out cleaning the house.
Aren't we old? Isn't that fun?
Yeah. Because I like to have a nice, tidy space for when I get creative in the kitchen. So I wanted to polish everything up and then make a mess.
Yeah, nice.
But I polished everything up and then I put my back out. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to do the hot sauce.
Fair enough. And look, it happens. It's not a cool, sexy thing to talk about, but sometimes...
at least you have some fresh hot sauce.
I do, and they look beautiful.
At the expense of my back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, though, Jet. Genuinely, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'll start with some questions and we can see how we feel in that respect then. So, you mentioned it just before as well, but auditions and TV commercial auditions especially seem to be, well, awful for the most part. But they seem to be the source of so much embarrassment from so many of our friends. The show that we've had on as well, not just actors, comedians, just anyone that's kind of within the industry which people get in for TV commercial auditions. I don't know who writes them as well, but I swear to God, a lot of the time they're just hidden camera shows to see how much embarrassment or how fucked they can make us out of work actors do things.
I totally agree.
Do you have anything that comes to mind which particularly sticks out for you?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry.
I don't know why I was hired to do this job.
Oh, did you get it?
Wonderful.
Well,
I got it. But it was for an Uber commercial.
Oh.
And it was the strangest audition I ever went to because usually you have a casting agent in the room and someone filming.
Yes.
That's it. Like 1 or 2 people max.
Yeah, hardly
anyone.
There
was like the whole Uber crew in there, like, you know, maybe like 8-10 dudes.
What? That's too many people.
Yeah, sitting there like an audience.
Audition?
Yeah, the first round of the audition. And there was also other, like maybe 5 other people auditioning.
Yep.
And they had a stage with a microphone.
What?
So for our audition, we had to get up on the stage. We had to do 2 auditions.
Yeah.
The first scene was get up on the stage and pick a karaoke song.
What?
And sing.
Did you get warned about this before you got in the room? So they surprised you with having to sing karaoke?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I wonder what kind of, what they want out of this.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought, okay, just do karaoke. And
what did you choose?
But the thing is, everyone... you know, the girls chose all diva songs and I Will Survive and Beyonce and I don't know any of those songs. Like, I'm a rock girl and I went straight to Eye of the Tiger. Let's play Eye of the Tiger.
Wow, that is not a karaoke song I would choose, but that's a fucking great karaoke song.
The thing is, everyone else could sing.
Yeah.
They had like a theatre background or a music background.
Yeah.
I can't sing.
Yeah, no, me too, mate.
I can't sing. I can karaoke, but I cannot sing.
Well, maybe that's what they were looking for.
I got up and it was like, dun, 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 dun.
Were you doing airboxing?
Dun, dun, dun. I was just nodding my head.
Yeah.
Yep, bobbing my head, waiting for it.
Yeah.
And I started singing before the lyrics came up because the intro is so long.
It's so long, yeah.
It's so long, so I just like got really like tired of waiting, so I just started singing before I was meant to sing, and it was just really embarrassing.
Yes, that sounds...
And they made me sing like almost half the song. I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Which, when you're doing actual karaoke, not that long. In an audition, it's forever. That's
when you're
so
doing
long.
actual karaoke, you're with your friends and you're drunk.
And you're
just
having fun. Yes,
you know,
that's the big thing.
Standing there on stage getting judged by a whole bunch of people.
By the entire
that you
Uber
don't know.
team. That's so fucking weird.
I know. And then the next scene, I had to go on stage and dance to a Beyonce song, but pretend I was drunk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they said, just pretend you're in the bathroom drunk and dance to this song.
God.
I thought, this is so embarrassing.
Yep.
It was so embarrassing. I walked out of there and I was like, some guys, by the way, could dance really well. And they looked good and they looked so funny.
Yeah.
And I thought, I just felt so embarrassed the whole time, but I gave it my best crack. And then I left, and then 30 minutes later, my agent called me. He goes, oh, Jet. And I was like, yeah, I know. I flopped it. Yeah, it was stupid. And he goes, no, they want you.
What, that quickly?
And I said, what?
Why?
No. I think they got the wrong person because I really sucked.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you got the job. And I'm like, how did I get the job? I don't understand how I got the job. Then I understood when I got on the set.
Oh.
I was actually the one playing the responsible driver.
Oh, all that stuff that Jet did, none of that.
None of the stuff that I did mattered. It was like...
Yeah, so that wasn't even for... Oh, that's fucking... Oh, my...
I know, why did you make me do all that stuff when I was just going to be the responsible girlfriend?
Which all you needed to do was just sit in a car, like
Which
on
all
set,
I had to
was
do
it?
was like, no, we're not driving. We're taking Uber, and then like get out the Uber app.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah,
That's...
it was so annoying. I was like, embarrassed myself for all that, but they must have just pitied me.
They felt so sorry for you. They're like, we'll make a character for this. she
We'll
won't
write her
be
in.
dancing or singing, but we'll give her a pity character. But that kind of stuff, two of my least favourite things in auditions is singing and dancing. Especially when it's not... they're like, you choose the song, you just make up a dance. I'm like, I'm not a singer and I'm not a dancer.
And you're either a musical person or you're not.
No, exactly, right?
I am not a musical person.
And especially
like,
when
I have
it's...
no rhythm when it comes to music.
Yeah.
And singing and dancing. I can fight and I can do stunts and choreo, but I cannot groove to beats.
Yeah, I know, right? The irony, because everyone's like, oh no, it's actions like, or stunt fighting's like dancing. And you're like, you just tell that to martial artists so they don't punch each other in the face. It does not translate to me being a good dancer in the same way that being a good dancer does not translate well to you being a instantly great stunt performer. Because you're like...
Do you think it helps though?
I think it helps with choreography and beats and timing.
Yep.
But it'd be like me turning up and being like, I'm a stunt performer, I can do ballet. And you're like, have you ever done ballet before? And you're like, nope. And because I've had that with a couple of dancers before where they're like, oh, I can do stunts.
Unless
they say
your
it's
name's
like
Van
dancing. Well, I mean, yes. But even then, I'm sure he's trained, right? Like he's trained in some sort of dance. He must.
Yeah, he was a ballet dancer.
Oh, was he actually?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That explains all the fancy kicks
Splits,
and twirls
yeah.
and splits, yeah.
But yeah, so like I've had a few dancer friends that are like, oh, can you do a fight show reel with me? And I'm like, have you trained anything? They're like, no, but they say it's like dancing. And I'm like, yeah, but like learn a style so you like, or at least know how to throw a punch.
Yeah, dancing, but you got to make it look rough and gritty and real.
I just know the movements and the shapes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that. But at the same time, you did book the job, so it's like you take the good with the bad in that respect. At least it's not just one of those ones that's saved on the casting director's or
but
casting
it's just
agent's hard drive.
I was just so befuddled. Like, what? That did not make any
It
sense.
is so bizarre to have the entire team in there as well.
It was kind of strange.
Because that doesn't ever happen. I've never had that
that's
happen.
the first time that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
First and only time.
Yeah, I've had it on set. Like on a Bonds ad, I had loads of the Bonds team come and check me out. But like, not in the room during the audition.
Yeah.
That's
probably like, I think that was when like Uber was just starting out. So they were just kind of like...
No, this is a real company, we promise.
This is how we do it, you know?
That's... I'm sorry to hear that. Also, I presume it was... Sorry, that's a podcast dog trying to break in just now. I presume. Oh no, she's made it in. She's came in. Oh dear. So this is the first podcast we've had back where she's broken back in since I took a little hiatus to go and do a couple of jobs.
It's not that hot sauce.
She can, right? We're gonna have to kick her out.
You from it.
Oh, either that or try and eat it herself, which I don't think is going to end very well for her. Come on, Elsie. We're gonna have to go. She's just staring down Jet. All right, we're gonna take a very brief intermission, and we're gonna be right back.
Excuse me, beep.
Oh, that's so good. Perfect timing.
Yep. Did you get that?
I was going to say we can edit all out. I can leave all this in if you want.
I have no shame.
No, perfect. We can't.
My ego has dissipated.
Yeah, that'll do this. It'll do that to you.
Hot sauce will do that to you. It'll make you really humble.
Yeah, good. I think, is that a good thing? I don't know. I think this is us back now as well on the podcast. So hot sauce will make you humble for anyone that doesn't know that. Yeah, so with the TV commercial auditions as well, I find a lot of the time it does seem to set you up to fail, but then when you do fail, you book the job. So I feel like you're like the enigma. You're the exception to the rule. Mm-hmm. So congrats, I think.
Thank you.
Was that just a humble brag? Was it, Jet?
No, that was a genuine.
Yeah, that stuff sucks, doesn't it?
That was a weird moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the podcast dog is going off again as well.
He's getting vocal now.
I think my partner's probably just came home, so she can take care of her now. Look after the podcast dog. Do you have any other audition stories just in general? They don't have to be for TV commercials, which have really stuck out to you? Because I find starting out, or when I was starting out, doing a lot of student films and stuff like that, and God bless them, they are learning, but they will make you do some really weird stuff where you're just like, look, I'm not a performing monkey. Like, I'm still a human being, so making me do all this stuff is kind of like not good.
Yeah. Did you go through acting like the traditional way and like study and then
so I went to acting school when I was younger, but then I took a massive hiatus from it and I got back into it after I'd moved to Melbourne. So I was starting from square one essentially in Melbourne because nobody knew the acting school I went to because it was in Scotland and I didn't know anyone here. So I started out actually in Melbourne with loads of extras work. I don't know if you've ever done extras work before. Don't. Congratulations. But yeah, then I was just doing like extras work and student films and just kind of getting showreel scenes together and stuff like that. So done a shitload of student films, and some were great, and some were hopefully never going to see the light of day. Yeah. How about yourself, actually?
I kind of stumbled into acting.
Yeah, nice.
Through martial arts, actually.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Like I grew up watching a lot of martial arts films.
Fuck yeah.
They inspired me because like I used to get bullied a lot in primary school, high school. I grew up in Nagambie out in the country, and there was hardly any Asian families out over there.
Yeah, right.
So I was always outcast. And then when I turned 18, I was like, I'm going to go to Melbourne. I'm going to learn Kung Fu.
Fuck yeah, that's so sick.
No, but it's just like I just wanted to know how to defend myself because I'd always get pushed over or beat up. And I just wanted to build some confidence in myself. Yeah. And there was we had like a seminar at a high school one day.
Oh, yeah.
And I sucked at all the school sports.
Yeah,
but we had
too.
this seminar where this guy came in and he was from, a bigger city.
Yeah.
And he did a karate class.
Oh,
and I was like, ooh. And he really took a liking to me. He was like, you got talent. It was the first time anyone had ever told me I got talent in any sport. And he said, how high can you kick? So he held this pad up. And I kicked it, and he kept putting it higher and higher, and I kept jumping and kicking it. And he was like, you need to do martial arts. And I said, okay. Yeah. And then that stuck in my head since I was 16. So when I turned 18, I moved to Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah.
Well, I didn't move straight away. I actually ended up catching a bus from Shepparton to Melbourne every weekend to train martial arts.
Wow, yeah,
and I stayed at Backpackers, and I'd work at a bar, and then I would go back home on Monday morning.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I did that like for about a year.
Wow, that's fucking hectic.
Yeah, and then I eventually like made some friends and then got a housemate and moved to Melbourne. And I continued doing martial arts and then I started with so I did like Muay Thai and karate and boxing, and then I started getting into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, nice.
And back then, they didn't have women's MMA.
No.
And my dream was to be a women's MMA fighter.
Oh, holy shit.
So I was like, I want to be an MMA fighter because UFC just started. And I used to watch Pride back in the day.
Yeah, right. Old school.
And I was like, I just want to do like mixed martial arts. So I learned jiu-jitsu, and I was really passionate about it. I was doing 2 classes a day at least.
Yep.
And then I got 4 stripes within 6 months.
Nice.
And then I won the state championships
nice.
as a white belt. And then after that, a producer hit me up.
What?
Yeah. And he said, do you want to be in my movie?
Now that can
it's Lady Bloodfight. It's
one of 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, that worked out well.
Yeah, he said we need actors who can do their own stunts. Can you act?
Holy shit.
And
wait, this an American film, right?
Voltage Pictures.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, I can act.
Yeah.
Who can't act? Acting's
well,
easy.
I
thought acting's easy.
Yeah.
So I sent off some tapes for them. They were like, okay, we're going to make a character for you.
Wow.
So they actually wrote up a character that was pretty much just a cockier version of me.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, play to your strengths.
Aussie, Asian, MMA fighter.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So they wrote this character for me. I was in the opening scene, and I remember like just not making a big deal out of it because I thought, oh, this must just happen all the time.
Well,
You know?
I mean, no. And honestly, when you said a producer reached out to you, I was like, that's like alarm bells. But you're like, again, the one person that was a good thing as well. Like, that's insane.
It was like, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now.
Yeah.
Because I felt like acting chose me.
Yeah.
I didn't choose it.
Acting, yeah.
You know, like I was always inspired by like certain movies, like action movies, and I thought if I ever was in a movie, I'd love to do something like Bloodsport.
Yeah, fuck
How
yeah.
weird's that? And then I got into a movie that was like kind of like a remake of Bloodsport, but with women.
Yeah.
Lady Bloodfight.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, so so I played the lead's friend.
Yep.
So co-starring role, and I was in the first scene. And they flew me to Hong Kong and everything. And on the first
insane.
day, we had I had no acting training or anything.
Yeah.
And we rocked up on set.
Did you have any stunt training?
No.
Oh.
Well, we did some choreo stuff. Yeah. But it was rough. It was just like in this like shed with concrete floors, and like it was just like we had some knee pads and stuff on, but it was really rough. I don't know where their $20 million budget went, but it wasn't on training.
Or padding the floor. Oh, no.
The food was rubbish.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but first day on set, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. You know, I was just meant to do an arm wrestling scene.
Okay.
And in this bar, and there was like 50 extras around me, just miming like.
Yeah, because all the extras have to be silent.
They have to be quiet so they can capture my audio.
Yeah.
So I was meant to be arm wrestling this dude and yelling at him like, "You think this is a sure thing, don't you?" Like, you know, and I wasn't being loud enough, and the director was like, "Louder,
yeah,
Jet, louder." I was like, "This room's so quiet." Like,
no, it's like, so confronting.
No one's like doing anything. Like, I didn't understand they're going to put the audio in afterwards.
Yeah.
So I was really confused.
Simple things like that, right, which really throw you off on set, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I never had any coaching. They just picked me up from a mat, jiu-jitsu tournament, and said, "Do you want to, like, act?" And I said I could, bluff my way into it, and then I cost the production a lot of time that day.
Yep. And
the producer was quite upset with me, and he said to me, "Jet, you need to get your shit together. There was a lot of people. You wasted a lot of time today, and tomorrow you got to be better." And then after that, I went back home to my to my hotel, and I just studied. Okay. And I was like, "How do I act?"
Yep.
Google how to act, and I just started like doing some research, and then I read my script, and then I did some study and memorized all my lines, and I was like, "Okay, this is my character." So I was really prepared the next day.
Nice.
And then after that, he gave me a big pat on the back, and he said, "Thank you." For doing your work. That was great. I
feel like that's also on him as well. Like, if you're just reaching out to people that haven't had any acting experience, maybe give them a heads up. Like, if people don't know what they're coming into, just a friendly, like, hey, maybe we'll get you an acting coach for a week. Like, that'll help, right?
That would have helped. Yeah, that would have helped.
Yeah. Hindsight, all that. With coming in from that, the actual combat background as well, or martial arts background, you had to do some fights for Lady Bloodsport. You punch anyone in the face?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, did you actually?
Yeah. I refused to. I refused to go down.
Okay. Excuse me.
Not in that way. I mean, I refused to take a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, during the fight scenes, it was like we'd do the choreo and I'd remember everything, but then once we sped it up and things got a bit more intense, I would just react like a martial artist. So I would defend myself. And the other actress I was fighting with got really annoyed.
Oh, really?
She was just like, she looked at me and she just kept coming at me. She's like, "Do you fucking take the hit? Take the hit. You got to go down.
Block this. I'm going to hit you harder."
But
again, it's that kind of stuff where it's like, stunt fighting and martial arts are different things.
They are different. So after that movie, I had a choice to make because I was invited to go to the World Tournament in America for jiu-jitsu.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought I can either keep doing jiu-jitsu or I can pursue a career in acting, but I can't. I can't be, a martial artist and an actor because it was too dangerous if I'm going to hurt people.
Oh, for sure.
On set. And I knew that if I kept training myself as a martial artist, my instincts will kick in an intense environment and then I might hurt somebody. So, I don't want to hurt anybody anymore. So now when I go train at the gym, I do more stage combat style fighting on the pads and all that sort of stuff. The wide hits and all that sort of stuff, the fancy looking kicks.
The technically
and then you get martial artists come up to you and your form's not great because I can see your swing. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I need to telegraph so that this other person knows I'm about to punch them.
Exactly. So
did you can I ask as well, we don't have to talk about this, the person that you may or may not have hit in the face, were they mainline cast? Were they high up in the call sheet?
Probably same level.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's fine then. Yeah, I mean, don't punch anyone, obviously.
We're all friends. We're all friends, actually. We actually have a little Lady Blood fight crew.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's
Insta
so cool.
group. We really bonded in Hong Kong. All of us. We're all just chicks who could fight. Who some of us were actors and some of us weren't.
Yeah.
So we all got along really well. We'd go out for beers and ramen and hang out in Hong Kong together and stuff. And half of them moved to LA. And some of them still live in Hong Kong. But we all still stay in touch. And every now and then when we travel, we try to hook up.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool when you bond like that with people on set and you can reconnect with them and stay in touch.
That is nice, right? That's one of my favourite things.
Yeah, it's really special.
A few groups of friends like that. And I'll be honest, a lot of the time it's trauma bonding as well. If it's not a great production to work on, you have your group of close-knit friends that you're like, we can decompress after a day's shoot and then we will consistently have funny stories for the rest of our life to chat about when we see each other again.
Have you talked about your trauma, Seb?
I have a lot of times on this podcast. Yes, I've even had some of the people that I'm trauma bonded with as well. So, yep, look, they're there. It happens. Unfortunately, not every production's perfect. I've been on lots of fantastic productions, but then some real stinkers.
Literally.
Yeah. I thought you were going to jump in with some productions that you've been on that were real stinkers. I was like, oh, fantastic.
It is a stinker if you almost shit your pants.
Yeah. Have you done that?
Almost.
Oh,
almost.
Fuck. I don't know how much you've listened to of this podcast as well, Jet, but one of my main goals of the podcast is to find someone that has shit their pants on set or
so close.
During. Oh, well, if you feel comfortable, please share.
Well, I didn't shit my pants, but I was very close. I'm happy to share.
Yes.
But it was... the most embarrassing part was everyone knew I was going to shit my pants.
Wow.
And this was on the probably the smallest role I've had on the biggest production I've ever done.
What?
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, you were a Valkyrie, right?
I was a Valkyrie,
Valkyrie sister?
Valkyrie number 1.
Yeah, fuck
on
yeah.
The call shit. I said call shit.
Call shit.
No
subconscious.
pun intended.
Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What happened? Did Chris Hemsworth poison you? Are you allowed to legally say that?
I think so, because he was sitting next to me in the makeup room. We were sitting next to each other and we're watching UFC together on his phone. Yeah.
Do you almost shit your pants sitting next to Chris Hemsworth?
No, not at all. He just, different story.
Yes. No, sorry. I was starting to get far too excited by that then. But yes, please, do tell. Very nice of Chris.
No, every morning Chris and I would just sit next to each other and watch the UFC.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I never really engaged in much conversation with him because I thought, it must be so annoying to be fucking that famous and everyone should be like, hi Chris, can I have your autograph? Or hi, can I get a selfie? Or hi, do you want to be friends?
Chris, how did you get into acting?
Yeah.
Chris, what agent are you with?
So I just play like cool and just silent and just, who's fighting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I just like,
okay.
We just chill.
Yeah, nice.
Get our makeup done. He get his tan done. Make himself look more buff. And I had short hair at the time, so they had to braid long hair into my hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was really cool.
Wow.
And then it took 3 people to get me into the combat uniform that they designed for me. It was just intense. Like, it was just built so well. It was built like armor, Holy
shit.
It was made of leather and all sorts of stuff.
Because it was like those outfits were kind of like white gold, well, Viking-esque as well, right?
Yeah, it was meant to look like a body armor.
Yeah.
But it took 3 people to get me into that.
Is that because you didn't want to get into it? So they were like trying to hold you down and put you in? No, because there's just so many things to like zip up and do up and at the back and at the front. They don't have a butt flap for that if you want to go to the toilet. There's no emergency chute. Oh, really?
Yeah, so if
you should build that stuff in. Honestly, I've worked on TV shows where you're like, I need this. It is necessary. And because they're like 10-hour days, 12-hour days, you're like, well, I'm just not going to eat or drink for 10 hours? Is that legal? Like, it fucking sucks.
It's crazy. And the crazy thing is, I got so fit for this role. Like, I had a 6-pack. I was on a keto diet. I got so ripped. And then they put me in a suit and I'm like,
you can't see anything.
I should just be eating donuts right now.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Did you have fake muscles in the suit?
No.
No, okay. No, I was just asking. Sorry, that wasn't
No, the suit looked like you had muscles because it was just like so like
well
armored and sculpted and everything. But anyway, like I had a little, like I had a trailer.
Yep.
They'd dress me, do my makeup, and then I'd go sit in the trailer, just chill.
Yep. Nice.
And I couldn't even sit down because the suit was so stiff. I had to kind of like sit.
You're like an ironing board.
Straight like this. Yeah, exactly. And then if I had to go to the toilet, I'd have to call somebody so they can...
How much do you feel like a child sometimes being an actor? You're like, hi, can I go 10-1? Which is an industry term for can I go to the toilet? Or can I go to the toilet? It just means going to the toilet, 10-1. But you're like... It's so embarrassing. And if you drink a load of water, you might need to do it a couple of times in like a couple of hours. And you're like, they're going to think that something's wrong with me.
Yeah. Well, I was getting tired just sitting around. So I was like, should I have a coffee? I don't know if I have a coffee. Should I have, I've got to have a coffee. I want to have a coffee. I had a coffee and I was like, that's a bad idea.
Yes.
And do you know how big a Marvel production is? It's massive.
Yeah, I had quite a few friends working on Ragnarok.
Yeah. So like they have like these little golf buggies they got to drive around in from like A to B, which might be like a K away or whatever.
Yeah, right. Huge. Was this up in Gold Coast as well?
Yeah. So I called someone. I was like, hi, this is Jet Valkyrie number 1.
Yeah.
I need to go number 2.
The next
but they all hear it on the radio.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone.
Yes.
And everyone could hear it. And they're like, oh, okay, we're out here at the moment. How soon do you need to go? I said, I need to go now. And they're like, okay, we'll get someone to as soon as possible. And they're like on the radio to each other going, who's near Valkyrie number 1? Like just like, oh no, I'm over here. And just like everybody knew I needed to take a dump. Everyone was just like running around. Which is
so like degrading and humiliating. You're like, can I just go to the fucking bathroom without half the set knowing?
I know. And meanwhile, they're like doing something even more important, like filming like a major production, and like one of the Valkyries is going to shit her pants in the trailer.
Which, in all fairness, if you did shit your pants, that would set production back quite a bit, I reckon, because that'd be a massive cleanup job. Nobody would want to have to undress you after that as well. So them getting there faster is in their own best interest. But that fucking sucks as well.
That was, I
feel bad for you, mate.
I didn't want to eat for the next week.
Because that's it as well, right? Because then you're like, well, I feel like a child. And I don't want to have to do this call out over the radio as well. And then you start trying to work out how you can get out your costume and you're like, oh, did I just break that? Whoops. I'll pretend like that was always like that. And I don't want to be a burden on costuming. They work so hard.
They do.
And they're always so nice to you. They're always the ones with like the keep warms and the hot water bottles and stuff like that. Yeah,
definitely. It's not their fault.
No, it's not. It's It's being locked
Damn
into
coffee.
a costume. And because when you're on set, you're like, yeah, of course I'll have a coffee. It's free. Everything's free.
Just like invent the butt flap or emergency exit, please.
Yeah, right? Because, God, like, that costume sounds like it was pretty full on. But, like, imagine if you were one of those guys that's, like, sewn into a creature costume or, like, a monster costume all day. That would be, like, just torture, genuine torture.
I think I would actually get claustrophobic.
Yeah, I think it would be
Have
very
you worn one before?
Never a creature costume. I've had costumes like you were saying before where they have to, like, put stuff on you and then you've got, like, things that, like, come up and strap underneath you and stuff like that, and it's just fucking hassle.
Yeah.
Never a creature costume before, though.
Yeah. I think because, like, the suit was so complicated, I couldn't get it off myself because it was just kind of like, where do I start?
Yeah.
I don't want to start unbuckling the wrong bit and then break something, you know?
Exactly. I don't want to be that burden in a different respect. But then also you're kind of like, why you dressed me so early? Like, I don't need to be on set for like 2 hours. But I think they just want to get everyone out of the way.
I was on set for 2 weeks doing nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Doing nothing. I was just hanging there waiting for them.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to do something soon? And then I ended up making a grand appearance on the death floor underneath Cate Blanchett screaming.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's so cool.
That was my grand appearance.
And disappearance as well, by the sounds of things. You did have a bigger role
Valkyrie
planned.
number one, you're
Time
on.
to
And I'm
shine.
like, yes, time to shine. I'm ready for this. All right, lay down there with a sword in your back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you just lay face down as well so we can't see you as well?
But I still got the credit. Valkyrie won.
Still got the pay as well. And that, at the end of the day, is the most important thing in the
That's
movies.
still rolling over for me now, that's another good one. Yeah, the sports bed and Thor.
Yes. And dare I say the best Thor movie as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how good's Tiger?
I can't speak to that personally myself. You're the one that's met him.
Oh, but his movies,
Yes,
I
they are
love his
fantastic.
movies. Boy,
Yes.
Hunt for the Wilder
I
People.
love that as
His sense
well.
of humor is just like right up my alley, like that quirky, Kiwi.
What We Do in the Shadows is fucking fantastic.
I haven't seen that one.
That's an absolute
I'll
must.
put
I'd
that
say
on my
that's
list.
like his number one, in my eyes anyway. So up after Thor Ragnarok, of course.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yes.
Have you seen the new? Oh no, it's a DC movie, isn't it? The new Wolverine and Deadpool.
No, that's Marvel.
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah, I saw it the other night. I did.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I was
loved
impressed
it.
by so many of the cameos in it, I'll be honest with you. This is just going to be a movie podcast now. What was your review out of 5 stars, Jet, for the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie?
I haven't enjoyed a Marvel for like such a long time.
Yeah, me neither. Unless Marvel's listening, and then I love all your work. Please put me in it. But if you're not listening, I'm going to presume they're not. Yeah, me neither, hey? At least this one was fun.
Yeah, it was
Just
fun.
make some fun movies.
Yeah, it was
But
good.
yeah, it's also maybe like careful of like who you talk about in this industry, huh? Because like, 10 years ago they said they didn't enjoy one of these films, and they're not getting cast now as the next Thor or whatever.
How many listeners do you have at the moment? Because you might have a spike.
Oh, really? Are you saying that you might spike this, or
No, we
because
talk some
Marvel?
more shit.
Oh, controversial spike, right?
Yeah.
I could do with a little bit more.
Any
but-
publicity is good publicity.
Is it though? I'm a middle-aged white man, Jet. I think I'm prime cancel material. So we'll maybe just move away from any controversy.
Okay, can we move into the hot sauce? Because
Yes, let's do a hot
I shared some
sauce.
embarrassing stories with you, so now it's time for you
did.
to taste some of my hot sauce.
So let's do that. How about if you do you have a preference of what one you want me to start on?
Yeah. So I've placed them from mild to spicy.
Okay, cool. Now I am celiac.
Yes.
Do you know if the barbecue has Worcestershire sauce in it?
There's no wheat, dairy, gluten. It's all vegan as
Oh,
well.
beautiful. All right. Well, I'm going to jump right into this one. We've got Ong Bak Barbecue first off. Love that film as well. Ong Bak.
Oh, so good.
Some of the sequels, less so. But
Too
you
many
know what?
elephants.
There's a lot of elephants, isn't there? Warrior King.
Overkill.
Not enough elephants. I'll say it. Yep. But I'm going to move into one of these. I will start asking you one of the other questions, though, whilst I start suffering. So
I think you will enjoy the Ong Bak barbecue. It's got a nice kind of sweet and spicy, like kind of tang to it.
ooh, a bit of a tang. I love that. I'm sorry for anyone that doesn't like ASMR as I'm crinkling a packet of rice cakes to open up as well. That is my sincerest apologies.
And I will serve you.
Oh, Jesus
a double-
Christ, Jet, that's massive. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to give me that one as the dollop on top of the rice cake. I should have prepped this a little bit better. All right, that's all the wrinkling or crinkling now. I'm so sorry, everyone that's listening, all you beautiful perverts. So I will do this as I ask the question. I feel like this is like a reverse Hot Ones where only I'm the one asking questions and doing the hot sauce. But yes, I know with a few of your roles as well, you've had to do intimate scenes and stuff like that as well.
God, yes.
I'm massively a component that's probably not the right word, proponent of intimacy coordinators now as well, because that makes it so much less awkward for us.
Are there?
Yes.
Oh my God, we need that. Why didn't we have that before?
Right.
It would have saved so much embarrassment.
Yes, right. This is me taking a big old bite of Ong Bak barbecue.
Let's see what you think of that first.
I'll try not to chew into the microphone. My apologies.
What's the spice level like for you?
Like a 1, maybe?
Ooh,
yeah.
So you do have a bit of tolerance.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've had my nose broken so many times, I can't really taste a lot of stuff as well, so maybe that's it.
You can't taste that?
I can taste, like you said, a little bit of a tang. I can't really taste the spice.
Can you taste any flavour?
It's kind of similar to... there's this British product which it kind of reminds me of, which I cannot remember off the top of my head, because as we mentioned before, stunts. I've got brain damage. I can't remember things all the time.
You're the wrong person to give my hot sauce reviews.
I have
zero taste buds.
No, I do like it. That's the thing. I'm a very unrefined palate, but I've got the traditional thumbs up or thumbs down style taste, where I'm like, that tastes good. Okay. I can't tell you what it is, but it tastes nice. The thing that I hate about a lot of hot sauces is they just put it too hot and no taste. Mm-hmm. Such a fucking waste.
I'm all about flavour.
Yeah, right.
All this has flavour. Lady Bloodfight is a bit, more on the intense side.
Okay, well, I'm scared for that one then.
But the
rest of them I'm excited for now.
Beautiful flavour. So
yeah,
that Ong Bak barbecue, it's got tamarind, lime juice, coriander, palm sugar, vegan fish sauce.
Oh.
Which is made from soy.
Oh, okay, cool. That's sick.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's very nice as well, Jay, I have to say. I would genuinely just buy that.
Thank you. I plan on selling that.
Any sponsors listening? But yes, sorry, with the intimate scenes that we've had to do as well on camera, how did you find, sort of what you reacted to before? Presumably we haven't worked with many intimacy coordinators, if any at all. How did you find filming then? Because I've done them both in theatre and on film. They're always fucking awful, right?
Sometimes they're nice. Like when you get to kiss Chris Hemsworth's wife.
Yes, Elsa. I always say her name. Elsa Patelki. Is that it?
Elsa Patelki.
Patelki, sorry. Again, brain damage. And
She's
I'm
a beautiful
Scottish.
person. I was very, very nervous about kissing her on Tidelands.
As anyone would be, I reckon, except for maybe Chris Hemsworth.
I was trying to be respectful.
Of course.
And, she like... I was like, whoa, Thor's wife, I don't want to do anything wrong. Like,
was that before or after you
This was after Tidelands. This was after Thor.
After Thor. So what you were saying, though, for the Netflix show Tidelands.
Yeah.
Where you, made out with Thor's wife and then, kicked ass.
Yeah, and
we're a mermaid?
Yeah, I was an evil mermaid.
Yeah.
They were kind of like... evil, horny mermaids.
They were pretty horny, weren't they?
Yeah, there were lots of sex scenes and stuff, and orgy scenes and stuff like that. It was just the orgy scenes were really awkward. I got, so I was meant to be doing this orgy scene once, and they had extras just on this buffet table, just
what?
It was kind of like a buffet table of orgy sex.
They were the buffet.
they were all naked.
What?
Just going for it.
Yeah.
And the scene was my face had to be in between a girl's legs.
Right.
Simulating going down.
Fellatio.
And
that's what you call a woman.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like, how much space do you need between?
And that's why we need intimacy coordinators, because you just have to work it out yourself, right?
What's the camera seeing?
Yeah.
You don't want to get too close, but you want to make it look real.
Yeah.
And
presumably you just met that person that day as well, right?
met her not even that day, like that minute.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
minute, like, action, get down there.
Hi, Jet. Here's this extra who's not getting paid enough. Stick your face between her legs.
Exactly.
Cool.
And then the next scene was I get my hair pulled back by the lead, Charlotte. And we get into a punch-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she punches me in the face, and then I go down, I hit gravel.
Yep.
And I throw myself on the gravel,
yes,
of course.
Of course, yeah. It's all
Stunts.
fake. Yeah.
It's all stunts, but then her reaction was, "Oh, are you okay?" Which it was out of character. She broke character because she wanted to see if I was okay.
Oh.
And it was...
testament to your performance.
Lovely, like, kind, compassionate, empathetic person. But I'm like, just stay in character so I don't have to keep doing this.
Oh, so did you have to retake again?
I had to retake because she kept reacting. Like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Oh, come on. Yes, it does, because I keep having to...
And I was like, it's going to keep hurting more if you keep reacting. Like, just stay in character. Act.
Yeah, right. I know, and because that stuff can be very confronting to people that haven't seen it before as well. Like, you grew up with stunts and martial arts, so you're used to that kind of stuff.
I'm used to pain.
Yeah. Or even just seeing it more so than doing it, because it can be quite...
we kick the shit out of each other all the time when we're training.
But it can be quite a volatile reaction for people that aren't used to it, because like I see it quite a lot now from the stunt side of things, where people maybe haven't seen somebody get hit by a car or fall down some stairs or do some quote unquote big stunts, and everyone's like, ah, and you're like, these are like professionals, man. That's why they're hired. These are like great performers for the job. But some of the hardest thing is the other actors in the scene trying not to react how their character wouldn't react, like Charlotte, was that it? Sorry, yes, you were saying there. And also, you're just like, well, you're making my job worse now. Just
make it a good one, and let's finish.
Just one. Yeah. It's very hard to continually throw yourself into gravel without it hurting as well, because gravel will just chew up your skin, unfortunately.
I've had moments where I didn't think I was going to survive, but I'm here.
And again, like you're like, that's not how you should feel when you turn up to work, I reckon. Especially for making movies and TV shows, right?
I wonder if I'm going to die today.
That's not how people should feel when they turn up to work.
Stunt guys do sometimes, especially in China.
Yeah, China's terrifying.
Hong Kong was like crazy there. They are literally disposable. I remember like honestly, training for Lady Blood Fight, and so they had these stunt guys for me to like just trash onto concrete. Yeah. No padding.
Yep.
And I said, I'm not comfortable with throwing this guy on the ground.
Yeah.
On the concrete. And the coordinator said, don't worry, he break, we get a new one.
You're like, that's why I'm not comfortable.
Like, I don't want him to break.
Oh, can he not just have a nice day on set?
Yeah. And that was another issue on the doing some of the fight scenes, because I was fighting with some I had a few tournaments, and I was fighting with some like smaller girls that didn't have martial arts backgrounds. They were actually actors, you know, and they did some like, you know, stunt training. Yep. But that I just wasn't comfortable throwing them that hard on the ground. Of course. And she was like, I could tell like she was in pain, like one of the girls. Oh, and the director was just like, harder. And I was like, no, she's hurt. I can't. Too hard. Get a stunt person. Like, you know.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was bad.
There's some places which have very little, if any, safety laws. Which, I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but yeah, you hear a lot of horror stories from the olden times, and you're like, yeah, that's rough. Yeah. But the problem is, it looks really good sometimes as well. So if we can find a happy medium where we replicate how that looks, but also keep people safe and alive as well, funnily enough.
Yeah, one of my
girlfriends... That would be preferable.
Oh, yeah, one of my girlfriends, she doubled Charlotte on Tidelands. She's a stunt chick, Brittany. And she's hardcore. Like, I had to smash her head into the ground multiple times, but I didn't do it. She was smashing her own head into the ground.
Just holding it like behind.
So she was holding my hand and smashing her own face into the ground. But what I didn't know was she was actually smashing her face into the back of her palm multiple times. Yep. So afterwards, she had this massive black eye.
Wow.
Just from beating herself up.
Kicking the shit out of herself.
And I was just like, dude, you went too hard. But it looked really good.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I don't let that happen.
What a tough bitch.
But black eyes are cool.
Yeah. I was like, now it looks like your boyfriend beat you.
But that's less cool. But a couple of little bit extra loading on set. That's very nice. Yeah, one of the little things in stunts where if you do some bigger stunts or stuff which is hazardous, you get a little bit extra money. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't get no extra money. I should be.
You weren't on the stunts. You're an actor. You get paid one wage, unfortunately. Yeah.
At least it's a good one.
I know. And
Not frequent, but good.
yeah, I know. That's the thing, isn't it? Frequent and good. That'd be fucking perfect.
Do you want to try Black Dynamite?
I would love to try some Black Dynamite, yes.
All right, let me spoon you up.
Spoon me a Black Dynamite. We'll start coming towards the end of the podcast as well. I do have a couple of my other go-to questions. I was wondering, though, did you have anything particularly in mind, that comes to mind as far as any embarrassing or awkward moments that stick out particularly for you?
I think more like lost opportunities.
Oh, God. Oh, no, are these just sad moments then, are they, Jet?
Do you know I was so close to starring as Ryan Gosling's love interest in a movie?
Was that in Fall Guy?
That was in that was in
That's Ryan Gosling,
Only
right?
God Forgives.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I actually ended up having a meeting with Nicholas Redfern.
Wow.
Yeah, over Skype.
Holy shit.
Because one of the casting agents in Thailand found me.
What? That's insane.
Recommended me. This is all over socials, right? When I was just starting to
Really
do
blow
stuff.
up. Yeah. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Black Dynamite, delightful. Really taste the olives in that one. Very nice. Maybe like a 3 or a 4 spice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you're taking it really well, Seb. I'm very impressed.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not enjoying it because you're not suffering yet.
I'm sorry. Lady Bloodfight might absolutely fuck me. So we'll start
I think
ramping
Lady
it up
Bloodfight
now.
will fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right.
We'll save it to the end. Yeah, so I had this interview with him on Skype, and I was staying in a share house, and the connection was so bad.
Oh my God. It does my fucking head in.
I know, and Nicholas. So I had that really bad connection.
Yep.
And I was speaking to Nicholas Redfern, and I should have probably did some googling and
Yeah.
listen to how his accent, because he's got an accent.
What does he? Where's he from?
I think like Europe somewhere. I'm not going to say it because I'm not
European.
100%.
Yeah.
He's European. He's got an accent. It's quite a strong accent, and
Right.
he also has a lisp.
Oh, right.
And there was also bad connection. And I was just kind of guessing what he was asking me and giving kind of vague answers. And then afterwards, I was like, I blew this. I totally blew this because...
Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, it was really bad. And he just got really frustrated. And he was like,
Oh,
yeah, he gave up on me because he couldn't hear.
Yeah, right. Oh, the podcast dog's back again.
Don't have the chili
She's
sauce,
gonna come and have the
doggy.
hot sauces. We're gonna kick her out very quickly. Or she just came in to open the door and go back. But yes, sorry. Please do continue as well. That stuff sucks so much. I hate it. Fucking Zoom and Skype, even just auditions or chemistry reads.
Yeah.
I tried to do a chemistry read over. I tried to do a chemistry read over Zoom once, and the connection delay or that little second between you saying something and then hearing the response just kills everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Especially when there's that lag.
Yeah. It's
so
horrible.
frustrating. So yeah, that close and then didn't get it.
God, you really hold on to
You hold
to.
on to it. And then I've been cast for auditions in the same league as Oscar winners.
Yeah, right. That's insane. Oh my God, the dog has broken into the room again.
She's desperate.
Please. She's desperate to have a hot sauce, which will definitely not do her well. Yes, sorry. Oscar winners, though.
I know. It's you do an audition and you kind of wonder, I wonder who else is auditioning for this, and then you end up watching the movie years later, and you're like, oh, that's Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
I had no fucking chance.
Probably not, no. And I sometimes wonder why they ask you to do those things as well, right? Because you're like, yeah, obviously I'm not going to get this. Are you just doing this to try and fill a quota for Australian talent?
Yeah.
Or are you just am I the wild card? Which in that case, Doug, can
Maybe
you
I
save
should just
me?
be wild.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
do
just
something
go
crazy.
I should just go and give them something real different.
They're like, you're not right for this film, but there's a film out there I'm sure you're great for. Please don't contact us again. I've had that a couple of times as well with Australian productions where I've gone up, didn't get the role. I watched the film at the end when it's been released, and I was like, yeah, of course they're going to give it to the guy from like Community or some other like American TV show. I'm like, why would they audition me? Also, the very specific one I'm talking about, the guy was like 20 years older and overweight. I was like, we're very different people. This is crazy. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sometimes it's a dude that gets the role.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or the character just isn't there anymore, and you're like...
And I was like, hey, I auditioned for that, but that's a dude.
Yeah. Like, what did they want from this?
Yeah.
How about we try Kung Fu?
Kung Fu truffle.
Kung Fu truffle. Beautiful.
So this has obviously got truffle in it. It's got confit garlic. It's actually invented this one today.
Oh, so this is the first time you've had anyone else try it?
Yes.
All right. I'll be a very good...
if you like truffle,
judge.
you like garlic.
I do like
this one.
truffle.
That was a generous dip.
Oh, yeah. I know, I don't know. I'm trying not to chew on microphone as well. Oh, I can taste the garlic in that one. Very nice, though. Very strong truffle flavour. And I don't mind a bit of truffle. I think that one's less spicy than the other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had got them in the wrong order.
Apparently so. We have to redo this whole podcast now. We put them in the correct order.
Or you have to do some editing.
No, I'm not doing that. We'll redo the whole podcast. It's so much easier than a very simple bit of editing. We're going to have to edit out the podcast dog breaking in a million times anyway.
Yeah, you still have to try Lady Bloodfire. You haven't. You're trying to get out of that one.
No, I'm saving that for the end, so I don't have to suffer on microphone too much. So we can take a photo afterwards.
I did bring you a little recovery yogurt.
You did. So Jet has a little yogurt on hand for me as well, which I'm going to be overconfident and say I won't need. How about that?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Please still keep it here, though. So we'll bring the podcast towards an end. Did you have anything else particularly that you had on your mind that came to mind, or anything else that really stuck out to you as far as awkward or embarrassing times in this disgusting industry?
No, nothing's kind of popping into my head.
That's good. I think if lots of stuff doesn't come flooding back to you, you're like, maybe I've had an all right career.
I've tried to get rid of the trauma over many, many years, Seb, but you're trying to bring it out of me again.
I do apologise. I say this, we push it down so deep, right? And a lot of the time on the podcast, people start remembering more and more things like, oh, this happened. And it might happen with yourself as well. Later on tonight, you might message me like, fuck, I just thought of this story. So I'm sorry if you have to sit with that tonight as well.
I'll just go see a therapist for that if it comes back up.
Yeah, cool. I am not paying for that. I want that on record just now. I am not paying for that. But I suppose we'll bring the podcast towards an end and give all these beautiful perverts what they've been waiting for of me trying Lady Bloodfight as well.
Yes, Lady Bloodfight hot sauce.
So we've... am I going for a big dip on this one, or do you reckon...
Whatever you...
No, you have to give me some guidance. I'm scared now.
Okay. I reckon about... That much.
That much? All right. Beautiful. I'm going to put this on a cracker as well, because I'm not a fan of just popping things on, like hot sauces in. I'm trying very hard not to spill this in my jeans as well, because this is bright orange.
Don't get it on your fingers.
And then touch my eyes. Yep.
Or something else.
We've all made that mistake before, and we won't be doing that again.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, sorry. Silence there.
I was trying to... My apologies. Great for a podcast as well.
I thought you were going to pass out for a second.
No, I'll do that when you leave. I'll hold it together until the end.
Dramatic pause.
I think taste-wise, that's my second favourite. I think Ong Bak barbecue might be my favourite taste-wise.
Good.
Not super spicy, I'll be honest with you.
The Ong Bak?
No, sorry, the Lady Bloodfight.
Are you serious?
Yeah, maybe like a 6.
Wow.
Is that right?
Wow. I'm very impressed, because I've had a lot of people running around my house screaming for ice cream after doing a little tip of that. Yeah.
I mean, if you have ice cream, I'll take it.
Yogurt.
No, yogurt's
it would have been
nice
melted by now.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, actually, huh? I don't have a freezer in the podcast studio as well, showing how much I don't have in here. Thanks, Jet. No.
You should be hosting a hot sauce podcast about embarrassing moments.
No, because then everyone will start giving me the disgustingly hot sauces, where I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm dying. Like, whatever it is, the bomb or whatever everyone says is super, super hot. But they're very nice as well, I have to say. For homemade hot sauces, that's fucking insane.
Thank you.
I don't think I've had a homemade hot sauce before as well. Or not one made by a person. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. Like in restaurants, maybe.
Yeah.
But never anybody that's brought one around to my house, especially. But they are beautiful.
Thank you. So the Ong Bak barbecue, I'm not sure if that's going to be the official name for it, but I'm talking to Seclunas about distributing it at the moment.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that one and the black olive is in line for distribution.
Holy shit. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Where can people keep up to date with that as well if they do want to pick up any of these in the near future?
I will jump on my socials and at Jet Tranter.
At Jet Tranter,
on Instagram. I can't have multiple social media.
Bro, me neither.
Yeah, it's just too high maintenance. So I just have the Instagram account. I recently had a little bit of a detox, so I deleted everything off it.
Yeah, right. Starting fresh.
But what I might do is have a public account and then my own private.
Yeah, nice.
Private account. Yeah.
Well, we won't give the private account out, but Jet Tranter for the public one.
Yes.
So we linked in the show notes too.
Yes, and then there's Red Hot Showdown, which is also on Instagram.
And YouTube as well. Is that where people can find it?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep, so they'll watch out for a season 2 of that where I'll be bringing on my own homemade hot sauces and guests.
Ooh, homemade guests. Very nice.
Homemade hot sauces and special guests.
And special guests. Yeah, fuck yeah. Looking very forward to seeing season 2 as well. And then how about I link Tidelands, Occupation Rainfall. Is that out on any streaming platforms just now? Do you know?
Only US Netflix. Yes, but it is on
it's on Blu-ray, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray. You can get it JB Hi-Fi. You can get it on Prime, Apple TV.
Yes. Sorry, if you want to rent it, I would highly suggest the fun, like, Saturday night popcorn
It's on all the
movie.
streaming services, really, but you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Unless you're in America, then you can watch it for free on
Where can
on
people
Netflix.
find Lady Bloodfight? Do you know?
DVD.
Yes, right.
I've got it on DVD.
So get in touch with Jet. She can lend you the DVD.
Copy it. No.
Yep.
No, there were some copies at JB, but probably online's the best bet.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you can try and pick out what point Jet punched someone in the face during the filming. Yeah, wonderful. And then the same every week as well. Send me your head, MUIRHEAD, across most of the social media platforms, as well as Won't Be Forgetting That Pod. We do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Won't Be Forgetting That Pod for any bonus content as well. We have weekly extra stories on there, never before heard. Jump on there, please. And I suppose nothing else now than me to stop holding my composed self together so much and then desperately rush for some ice cream. Thank you so much, Jet.
Thank you for having me.